Welcome to what we're going to call now your daily Tarotscope. I used to call it your weekend and your weekly Tarotscope, but we shifted the days that we're doing the readings for. So now we're going to call it your daily Tarotscope. What that means is it's like a horoscope, except for we use tarot and oracle cards, okay? I'm going to look at the energy of Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Then on Monday, I look at the energy of Tuesday through Friday. It's new. I shifted the days, so forgive me if I fumble and make a mistake on the days, but that's how we're shifting it, just so I can get the videos of the recaps out to you in time. It makes it a lot easier on me and scheduling and all that stuff. And that way you're not waiting for, like, let's say when we were doing Monday through Thursday, you had to wait for Monday's reading until I started, right? But now today you already have Friday's card, which is the moon in reverse, okay? So listen, today we have a lot happening. Today we have Friday the 13th, which don't worry about that. We have Saturn going in Aries. Don't worry about that. We have so many shifts happening. We have the moon card, a major arcana. Don't worry about that. There's nothing to worry about, right? Friday the 13th is superstition. There's no clear, real reason why it should be considered unlucky, right? Saturn going into Aries, I know that there is a lot of kind of fear-mongering from a lot of people about Saturn moving into Aries. Listen, Saturn is just the governor, okay? Saturn wants to make sure that you're doing what you came here to do. And it's not like it's running after you. It's not like, this devil energy that's going to come after you if you don't do the right thing today or whatever. It's just trying to govern you to make sure that you achieve all the dreams and goals that you came here to achieve, all the experiences that you came here to achieve, okay? So don't fear Saturn in Aries, okay? What it wants is for you to step out confidently into your true authenticity. And when you do that, that's when things start aligning, okay? Oh, thank you, Gina. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we are going to boost and balance the root chakra. The reason why we focus on the root chakra is because that is where everything begins. That is your first chakra, okay? When you're manifesting, or your energy in general goes up and out, right? Like a giant donut of energy. So if your chakras are blocked or they're underactive, then the manifestation doesn't happen, or you get the negative manifestation, okay? So all you do as the tuning fork is vibrating, singing, whatever you want to call it, you just breathe and you relax. If you want to focus on your root chakra, it's right down where your genitals are, just below, and it's a red color. Okay, so you can focus red light there. You don't have to do really much of anything. Just focus on the vibration and breathing. Okay, it lasts only a few seconds. I'm going to pass the tuning fork between YouTube and TikTok just so y'all can both hear it. And that's about it. So I'm gonna strike it back here so I don't hurt your ears. If you have earbuds in, just be aware it could be a little bit loud. Sometimes I hit just the right spot and it booms, but I'll try not to do that. All right, here we go. Just breathe. There we go. See? Easy peasy. Good morning, Jennifer. All right, so now we're going to get our fairy blessing. This is the blessing over the next 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, okay? Last Monday, we got the blessing of, what was it, the Unseelie? And that is the energy of being the rebel, the one that is not afraid to say no, the one that is determined to go their own way, okay? TikTok, I don't know why it's showing me so bright. There, I'm like reflecting off of everything. But anyways, so yeah, we had that energy happening all this week. And it's telling you, especially with Saturn going in Aries, Aries wants you to go your own way. Saturn is like, yeah, do your thing. Okay, so this blessing is going to be for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Then we're going to get the overall card through the divination book, and then y'all are going to pick the tarot decks or the tarot deck that I use to uncover the energy for each day. Okay, we get all into it. So stick around. Feel free to ask questions if you have questions about tarot, numerology, spirituality, all the things. But this is a collective reading, so please don't ask questions for personal readings. If you need a personal reading, TikTok, it's linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked down in the description. Okay? All right. Good morning. Good morning. Your lucky day, Friday the 13th. Awesome. All right. So what is our blessing for the next 3 days? Oops. Oops, I had it upside down. A blessing of the Seelie. Look at that, number 1. Didn't we get this one recently? I'm going to read it to you. Very interesting. You're by far my favorite to learn from. Ah, thank you, Gina. That means a lot. It really does. This, you guys, I was right. I had a magazine contact me to do an interview, an article about me. And I was kind of joking in the interview because it asked, how you got here and what you do and all that stuff. And I was telling them, I was like, it's literally in my natal chart. It's in my human design. It's in my numerology. It's in everything. I was born to teach. That is my thing in this life, is to teach and to guide. I cannot get away from it. So whenever y'all say things like that, it's just a confirmation to me that I am on track, and I'm, it gives me a boost that I'm following my purpose. So thank you. We got it Monday. Okay, so it wasn't the unseelie, it was the Seelie. Okay. The fairy gift of the benevolence of the good Seelie court. I think we got the unseelie on Monday, didn't we? All right, let's see. A gift from the Seelie court is yours. The Seelie court is a place where you are treated with courtesy and honor, respect, and grace. To be blessed by the Seelie is to have kindness into your life. This blessing from the Seelie court acknowledges the courtesy and respect you have extended to others and the kindnesses that you have done again and again without thought for what you'd receive in return. The Seelie have been observing your goodness, and due to this goodness, you are now receiving a reward. You will find consideration and empathy, understanding, and rewards when this blessing comes to you. There could be a small windfall, a little extra of everything, so that suddenly it seems like the universe is supporting you, and that what once was a struggle becomes easier. In the old days, the blessing of the Seelie meant the cow's milk was sweeter and more abundant. The grain grew high in the fields, and babes grew strong in days filled with gentle sunshine. For you, your tender plans and hopes will have every kindness to support them, as the blessing of the court of the Seelie is yours. And with that comes a time of grace and ease, compassion, and flow. Isn't that nice? Because we also have Valentine's Day tomorrow, right? And like I said on Monday, don't worry about Valentine's Day. Don't put a lot of weight on that day because it's a commercial holiday, right? So if you don't have a date for Valentine's Day or you don't have any plans, do something nice for yourself, okay? You might get together with your friends or your family, or just spend an evening at home taking a nice hot bath, having a good meal, doing whatever makes you happy, showing yourself that love, okay? Because as we've talked many, many times before, you have to show yourself the love before anybody else can, because you are teaching people how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. So also, you may have something very nice show up this weekend because of you living in alignment and you doing good just for the sake of doing good, not because you're expecting a return. Okay, that never works out very well. That is, you know, transactional goodness, and we're not about that life, right? So expect to be rewarded over the next 3 days. Okay? You're having a date with yourself? Perfect. Me too. I celebrate me on Valentine's Day. That's the best thing you can do. Thank you, Anna. It's my favorite necklace. All right, now we're going to get the overall tarot message. Oh, see, I almost made myself choke. Swallow everything, then speak. We're going to get the overall tarot message through the divination book, okay? This divination book is a tarot divination book. I wrote this book for you. It has all the cards in it, direct and reverse. All the cards have a reading specifically for you. These readings are designed for you to snap back into your power and to live in intention and to know that you are in control here, okay? It's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. You can find this on Amazon. I can't say it loud on TikTok because sometimes they ding me. I don't know. But anyways, it's also linked in my bio on TikTok and YouTube. It's linked down in the description, okay? So I'm pretty proud of it. I wrote it like 3 times just to make sure it was right for you. All right. Yes, the Zon. I forgot about that. Okay, so we're going to knock on it just like we would a tarot deck. It cleanses the energy from the last time it was used. We're going to connect to it through the palms, the centers of our palms. Take a nice deep breath. Back up just a bit. We're just going to focus our intention on the book. You might feel that your palms tingle, or they might even get warm because we're focusing that intention on the book. And we want to ask the book, what is our overall tarot message for Saturday through Monday? What is our overall tarot message for Saturday through Monday? And you just intuitively turn to a page. Oh, we got Temperance, a major arcana. Okay. So, like I said, this book is meant for you to use. You can use it daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you choose. Okay, it's your tool. It is written for you to use it daily. But again, you can change it to where it's daily, weekly, monthly, right? So I'm going to change the verbiage to be the weekend or the next few days, all right? So it says, the next few days are showing to be a well-balanced time for you. Relationships are harmonious and the energy is flowing as it should. Take time to stop and smell the roses. Life is about enjoying and embracing the journey. There's no need to rush. Do everything in moderation and allow yourself to experience what it feels like to be in balance and total control of yourself instead of being controlled by outside influences. That could be society, food, drink, etc. This is goddess energy, okay? So we have the blessing of Seelie and we have Temperance. Very smooth, positive energy so far this weekend, okay? Temperance is all about slowing down, coming into alignment, and being in balance. But Temperance can also represent something that we thought was impossible becomes possible. If you look on the Temperance card, let me grab one. Whoops. You'll see the cups are pouring in an impossible way, okay? Pouring that liquid into that cup, it should fall down, right? So that represents the impossible becoming possible. It is a balance of the 3D human earthly world and your spiritual world, okay? That's where you find healing. That's where you find miracles, abundance, all the good things, okay? Because it comes through balance. And it's telling you also moderation. If you're going to go out and do something this weekend, slow your roll. Okay. All right, so let's choose the tarot deck that I'm going to use. YouTube, you're going to vote in the comments. TikTok, I'm going to give you a poll that you can vote on because there's always more people on TikTok than there is on YouTube, and it's more difficult to keep up with y'all's votes, okay? So deck number 1, we have the Guardian of the Night Tarot. Deck number 2, we have Red Fairy Tarot. Okay, so 1 or 2. Now TikTok, give me just a second. Let me get this poll up. There you go. It's right there, that little blue clipboard right up there. You have about a minute to vote, okay? So deck 1, Guardian of the Night, or deck 2, Red Fairy Tarot. Hi there. 1 or 2. Both great decks. So you can't go wrong. Just whatever you're feeling more drawn to, vote for that one, okay? You got to vote in the poll, y'all, not in the comments, because it can't keep track. 1 or 2. Let's see, we have 25 seconds left. Let me get another sip and hope I don't choke on it this time. All right, we have a few more seconds left. 1 or 2. 1's got it on YouTube, so let's see what TikTok says. Yep, 1's by quite a bit. I figured that would happen. It's a great deck. We haven't used it a ton, so I thought we could bring it out today. Okay, that's the book. And of course, look at the bottom. Well, let me get rid of that poll. Our little fox friend always wants to make an appearance. All right, let me get these shuffled for just a second. Deck number 2 is called the Red Fairy Tarot. You're welcome. If y'all don't know why I pointed out the fox, is because years ago when I was doing these readings almost daily, the fox would show up every single day in a different deck. It would be in an oracle deck, maybe even in a tarot deck, I can't remember, but it would always show up in different decks. And so it became a running joke, and then it became the mascot of the tribe. So it's the, Guardian of the Night Tarot. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to pull cards for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Okay, we're going to see what the energy is of each day, and we're going to tie in the blessing and the overall tarot message, okay? And then we're going to get some more oracle. We're going to get our money message, our crystal for the next 3 days, all the above, okay? The fox always appears in random places for you. There you go. It's a sneaky little thing. All right, let's see. What is coming up for us over the next 3 days? Saturday through Monday. A lovely little white butterfly fluttering outside the window, making itself known. All right, so for tomorrow, Saturday, we have, the 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay, when the 4 of Swords is in reverse, it's talking about getting your butt up and get moving. So here, when the 4 of Swords is direct, it's talking about taking a break, needing time to rest, needing to separate from something so you can get clarity. And this is telling you, you will have clarity tomorrow. Get up and get moving, no time to rest. And that makes a lot of sense because we have Saturn going into Aries, and Saturn's like, yeah, get your butt up and get to work, okay? We'll see what else that wants to say in a minute. So Sunday, we have the 10 of Wands in reverse, okay? So when the 10 of Wands shows up for you in reverse, it's talking about releasing tension, releasing struggles and burdens. It's letting it go. However, when it shows up like this in a collective reading, it can indicate also that there is a fear of letting go of all the experiences that you've collected. So think about this. I'll see if I can, not really that showable on this card, but think about this. Okay, so you're going throughout life and you have an experience and you collect a wand, Ace of Wands, okay? Then you go to another experience, Two of Wands, to collect that wand. And you're just having all these experiences and you're collecting all these wands and you have to put it on your pack and you're carrying it and it's heavy and heavy and heavy. All these burdens, all these negative or heavy experiences, and it's telling you, you weren't supposed to carry those. You were supposed to experience them, learn from them, and then let it be. Okay? So when we have this in reverse, it's asking you, are you willing to let go of the heavy burdens, or are you resisting out of fear? Because we've been talking about Aries and Saturn and all of these energies. This is revolutionary. So it's you can't go into this life that you've been dreaming of while you're still hanging on to this life, this persona, this idea. You have to let it go in order to get to this new vibration, right? So we have to let go of all the burdens, okay? And also, on Saturday, with the Four of Swords in reverse, if you want to get out and go do something, get out and go do something. Stop hiding, okay? Sunday, 10 of Wands, great day to rest, great day to rejuvenate. Do something nice for yourself. You're meant to be here right now. You know how many times people have said that to me as they've joined these lives? They say it all the time. And I love it because, yes, you stumble across this live because there is a message that you need to hear, and I'm glad that you stayed. So, all right, let's look at Monday's card. There we go, the Fox, the Empress. Okay, Monday is a great day for manifesting, for nurturing yourself, for really embodying that divine feminine type of energy. Okay, she's ruled by Venus and she loves the luxury, she loves all the good things. She is not just fertile, but she's planted a seed that she is nurturing. Okay, the High Priestess is fertile, the Empress has planted the seed. Okay, so there may be some sort of manifestation that shows up for you on Monday. Remember, we got the blessing of Seelie, and it's telling you, you very well could experience something very lovely coming in over the next 3 days. So we have two major arcana. We have the Empress, and we have Temperance. So it's all about being patient, being in balance, being in the flow, and really tapping into that divine feminine energy, allowing things to happen naturally. So think about when a woman is pregnant. She doesn't go in there and start building a baby. It happens naturally. Think about when you plant a seed. You plant it in the ground and it starts growing naturally. You don't have to go in there, and peel the seed apart and get the little bud to grow. You don't have to do all that. All you're doing is planting the seeds and you're letting things happen naturally. So she's number 3. She is the product. She's creating the product of this balanced energy. The masculine and the feminine come together and create the product. So Monday, great day for experiencing some sort of birth of something. Okay? Keep nurturing it. I love that our little fox showed up. Let's see what's underneath. There's that moon card. The moon is for today. We had major arcana, the moon for today, when we did the reading earlier this week. Okay, so the moon is asking you to reflect, to really look at what's going on within. What is your subconscious doing? What is on subconscious replay constantly? Okay, doing the shadow work, not harping on it, but doing the shadow work, bringing awareness to where maybe you're blocking your manifestations. Maybe you're out of balance, and Temperance is like, hey, let's get ourselves into balance. And the only way that you're going to do that, I'm going to give you, I like to break things down so they're very simple, okay? The best way you can come into balance is to start to be obsessed about who you are. And I'm not talking about through your ego. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is you need to know your energetic blueprint. You need to know your astrology, your numerology, your human design, all of that. Because the more you learn about yourself and what you came into this life to experience and the abilities that you naturally have, you start to come into balance. That's it. It is very simple, not easy, but simple to do. The more you know about yourself, because like I said, temperance is one of the quotes for the temperance card is know thyself. Okay? And that's how you start attracting the right things to you. You stop trying to be somebody that you're not, and you start being the person that you are. And I'm telling you, I'm taking my ladies through the power challenge right now, and they're learning a lot about themselves. And they're like, one of the things that they say a lot is like, it's very interesting for me to find out about myself, and it's just enlightening because you're so busy focusing on other people. But when you really truly focus on yourself and you start exploring who you are and all of these natural abilities, you start to see how magical and how powerful you are. Okay? So start becoming obsessed with who you are, and I guarantee you will experience rapid changes in your life. I needed to hear that. It's been hard to let the burden of my marriage go. It's hard to admit it's completely over after so many years. It's been a slow process for me, but I'm almost there. Good for you, Marlo. Yeah, and that's the thing, you guys. When you're leaving something, when you've experienced a separation or a major ending in life, you're allowed to grieve that ending, no matter if you know it needed to happen or not. So when you're going through divorce, even though maybe you're the one that filed or you're the one that knew it was so toxic that you had to get out, you can still grieve the fact that it's over, right? But then you start shifting and changing and looking forward to the future. And that's a great time to really become obsessed with yourself, because that's when you're going to start taking your power back. You're going to relearn who you are, and you will have different standards and expectations, regardless of if it's a relationship or just life in general. You will shift. So yeah. All right, what else do we need to know? We had 3 major arcana. Oh. And speaking of the tribe, you guys, I have something I'm so excited about that I am working on for you. If y'all don't know, my tribe gets the most focus for me. I put so much into the tribe. Not only is my tarot apprenticeship, complete tarot apprenticeship in the tribe, I also am creating something very powerful for you, a brand new journey for you. And yes, chef's kiss. I've been really using my voice. My employer has taken $900 for child support, but I haven't seen it. Oh no. Yeah, no one ever talks about the messy things in life, right? Because it's not attractive, right? If we just talk about all the love and light stuff, then it makes people feel good. It makes people delulu, and it attracts views and business and all that. But if you want real results, you got to look at the messy stuff, right? I did love your gifts. They were awesome. All right. What else do we need to know for the next 3 days? Ooh, we got hostilities. Okay. So we have all this flowy energy, but what does it mean when something that contradicts that shows up? This is talking about when you feel like you're in the flow, when everything is going well, there can be like one of 2 things that happen. Number 1, you start second guessing everything. You start thinking, oh God, when's the shoe gonna drop? What's gonna happen? Everything's flowing too easily for me. Something negative has to happen. So you're bringing this in for yourself. It could also indicate that you start growing and evolving and changing, and somebody around you doesn't like it. Well, guess what? They're gonna have to get over it, right? Because this is your life and your journey. And we've been talking about that as well in the Power Challenge about setting boundaries and what to do with boundary violators and all the above. So there could be these hostilities that show up. It's number 26 that threatens your balance, but your focus is on your peace and your balance. And that, I would think that would show up more likely on Sunday. There might be something that pops up, but it's a minor arcana. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Focus on what's going on within your subconscious and how you maybe are self-sabotaging. And maybe you are dimming yourself down because you feel like you have to for the people around you to make them feel comfortable. But that's not your job, right? Your job is to live this life and to live it to the fullest. So there's that. I've been hiding from my abilities for a few years. I felt pulled to start reading again. Good for you. Good. Right? The whole crab in the bucket method. They feel the shift in wanting to put you back in the old ways. Yeah, that's the crab in the bucket. The crab thinks it's keeping you safe, or it doesn't want you to leave the bucket, so it pulls you back down and you're stuck, right? But you can't live that way. I've been using the meditations in the tribe. Very grounding. Perfect. Good. That makes me happy. People push it under the positivity bit and it gets toxic. Oh, you wouldn't believe how much toxic spirituality stuff is all over social media, and it's all just to placate you and to get you to buy something. I tell the truth here. Either you like it or you don't. I am a self-projected projector in human design, which means I see patterns everywhere. I see through bullshit everywhere. And so I have to be careful with that because it will drive me insane, because I see the bullshit all over social media. I see the manipulation. And as somebody who's very protective over my followers, my clients, and my students, sometimes I just have to get off social media because it drives me insane. So just got back into pulling cards for yourself. Good. Sounds like me. I came out from being under a rock. I turned 55 and going through menopause. Oh, that's fun. I always thought everyone is good. Yeah. We have to be real. My line 6 always sits on top of the roof. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, how do y'all not see this? But I have to remember, not everybody can see the patterns. And it's not, believe me, this is not my ego. This is not me bragging. It's just something that is real to me. And I see it. And I literally, I don't understand how other people don't see this, you know? And I have to remind myself that not everybody has that trait. Other people have other strengths, right? And so we all have to come together to use them in a way that transforms the world. So yeah. I stopped chaotic shuffling and have grown into card reading gifts. Man, I wish I could screenshot that. Let me see if I can. Hang on. Because that is one of the things. If I turn this off, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me figure out how to do this. I don't know how to. You know what? I'm not. Somebody else screenshot that for me and send it to me. Thank you, Summer. Because that is something that drives me nuts, is the chaotic shuffling. And the fact that you stopped doing that and you're seeing much better readings, everything. Everything. You got it? Thank you. Let me reshuffle because I lost my place. What did I miss? Hang on. Is that what that is? I've always seen patterns in people my whole life. Yeah, some people see patterns through personal trauma because you're looking for patterns for safety. Some people see patterns more spiritually, some both. But yeah, it's a very interesting place to be. You used to do it too until you learned calm shuffling is better. Y'all have made my day. Because the amount of shit I've gotten from people that have learned tarot through YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff, and they do that crazy ass shuffling. I'm like, that is not tarot. That is masculine, chaotic energy. We don't want that in our tarot readings. We want cool, calm, collected energy and let the universe align the cards for us. We're not here to force things to happen. So, yeah. I'm a new subscriber. Thank you. Welcome. I'm about to turn 40 and I realized I want better for myself. I'm looking forward to brightening my future. Excellent. Well, Cheryl, get into the tribe. You will fit right in. It's linked down in the comments. Like I said, I'm working on a project for the tribe. So excited. You guys are going to love it. Okay. You haven't seen me in a while? Where you been? Yes, the chaotic shuffling is anxiety, and it creates anxiety as well. Yeah, I know, it kills your cards. Yeah, I don't get that either. All right, let me pull a card. I keep flapping my gums. Y'all are great comments. Y'all are lively today, and I love it. All right, what else do we need to know for the next 3 days? All right, we have magical map shifter, but it's in reverse. Well, let's find out why, okay? You sent me a cute pic. Good. Thanks, Mom. All right, this is number 52. I always call it 25 when I see it upside down. All right, I like to read from my oracle cards. If you don't, that's fine, but you absolutely can read from the book for your oracle cards, because oracle, I get a lot of questions about what's the difference between tarot and oracle. Tarot is a whole language. It is very intricate, more detailed. Oracle, the message is the message, okay? And it's meant to support, in my readings, my oracle cards support the tarot message. They confirm everything and give even more, okay? So here we go. Reverse, the magical map shifter card may bring you the opposite of what you seek. Perhaps you're in denial about your situation and refuse to see the truth. So what is your truth? Because we have all this positive flowy energy, but the oracle cards, I feel like, are calling you out on the negative subconscious that's happening. Okay, let's keep going. Or maybe you've been traveling down a path that has constantly led you to a field of poppies where you fall asleep and dream of desires that never find their form. To have the life you really want, you must match its vibrational energy and resonate with it. Sometimes our greatest hurts and disappointments are what awaken us to our need to shift to a higher frequency. Absolutely. Anything negative that happens in your life is poking and prodding you to grow into your power. It is not meant to keep you down, okay? I had to learn that the hard way. So I hope you can learn from me. If your heart aches because someone is breaking it, this discomfort will lead you to a more authentic life. We were talking about your authenticity, right? Don't linger in the pain or blame the magical map shifter for alerting you to the illusion you clung to. Know that treasures lie elsewhere and can be recovered once you've healed the wound that is reflected in those who come to you as catalysts for growth. So we have a lot of catalysts that happen in our lives. We have positive and what we perceive to be negative, right? But in all honesty, they're neither. They just are, okay? They come in to shift us in a certain direction. They're like little guideposts that shift us. They are soulmates, whether they're positive or negative. And I hate that we have to see these really negative people as soulmates, but they come in to play these roles in our lives to get us to like poke and prod us to grow and to heal and to expand, okay? As you experience yourself transforming into the highest version of yourself, you'll come to understand that you're always fortunate when you meet up with a magical map shifter, okay? So there very well can be somebody this weekend that plays a crucial role in your life, or maybe you bring this awareness to the people that you surround yourself with or you've experienced in the past as, oh, okay, that person definitely pushed me in this direction. And you can ask yourself, did I grow from this or did I push myself down after this? And that's going to be a key indicator of, do you know yourself or not? Are you in balance and harmony or not? Are you being your authentic self or not, okay? Let's do Woodland Wardens. I woke up today feeling myself, telling myself, okay, that I need to get up and just move forward. Yeah, one day at a time, Molly. One day at a time. My tarot speaks to me via imagery and art rather than the card number itself, if that makes sense. Some people do use it as a, like a jumping off point for their psychic abilities. But if you're reading tarot and using tarot spreads, then it does really benefit you to know the card meanings and to understand all the symbology and whatnot so you can get even more in depth. But if you do use it just as that jumping off point, I can see that, yeah. Also hurts me to see someone bang on their cards and stuff. Oh yeah, same. Will this year upload the year 2026 numerology? I do need to work on that. Last year it was rough for me, and you guessed right based on my yearly number. I didn't guess. I told you. Kidding. All right. Nice. Whoop. Okay, what else do we need to know this weekend? Watch the fox come out in this one too. Wouldn't that be funny? Making its reappearance. There we go. Oh, we got the snail and the huckleberry. Trust in the invisible. Oh, I love that. Because most people don't know how to do that, or they really struggle with trusting. Because how do we trust something that we can't see? Right? Makes a lot of sense. But the more you trust in the invisible, the more you trust in God's source energy, the more you trust in your spirit guides, your ancestors, in yourself, what you can't see. Maybe you have confidence you've been trying to pull together, but you can't see it, you can't feel it, but you have to trust that you have confidence, or you have the ability to do whatever it is you're trying to do, or that you can manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest. You have to trust more than anything, because if you don't, then you are believing, you are trusting in the negative, okay? And think about this too. The snail does not move very quickly, and neither does the temperance card. Right? It's telling you slow down and relax and trust that everything happens in the perfect time for you. Even though, if you're like me, very impatient, I had to learn to be patient, and I still have to remind myself to be patient. But the more patient you are, the more you calm your nervous system, the more you reduce anxiety, the quicker you're allowing that opportunity, the manifestation, whatever it is, to come to you, because you're not blocking it with that erratic type of energy because you're impatient. You're trying to control the situation. You can't, okay? When I see other readers, things will pop in my head that you have said in the past. Excellent. My evil plan is working. I'm kidding, but good. Good. And that's what I want. That's why I do these lives every Monday and Friday, is because I want to, and we talk about a lot of the same things. Why? Because the more you hear it, the more it's going to stick and the more it's going to resonate, and you can use this information in your own daily life. So good. Good. Said, when my anxiety hits me, I say, I am safe to be here. Good. All right, what else do we need to know for the next few days? Ooh, look at that, the feather of hope. What do feathers represent? Angels, spirit guides, divine source, all of the above, okay? Feather of hope. Grasp the feather of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. Fulfill promise. Oh, that's hard to read. Stay committed to your path, for each step forward brings you closer to your destined fulfillment. I have a strong feeling that those of you that take these readings seriously and they're doing the work, I do have a strong feeling that you're going to experience something that you're going to be excited to share on Monday. Expect miracles, expect good things. We already have that blessing. Let's get our spirit animal. But again, like I talked about the other day, you cannot just watch the videos and say that you're awakened and say that you're healing and you're not doing the work. You can't lie and BS the universe. Sorry. You can BS yourself and other people, but you cannot BS the universe. You're hoping for the miracle. Don't hope for it. Expect it. I know it says feather of hope, but expect it. Oh, welcome it. Open yourself up to it. What are the limitations of manifesting? For example, I hear a lot, I manifest my ex back. You can't. What do you think about this? Some people believe it, some don't. I say you can't make people choose you, but I believe that manifest money is really greedy. Well, here's the thing. You can manifest things. You cannot overtake somebody's free will. So the people that say they can manifest your ex back, they can do a spell and get your ex back or make somebody love you and whatnot, that is very negative karma on you, okay? Because what you're trying to do, instead of working on yourself, you're trying to control another person. And that can very well backfire to where either it doesn't work or it becomes something very dangerous. We don't play that. And it doesn't work for very long if it does work, right? Manifesting money is not greedy because we use it as a tool. Worshiping money is not positive. It's not good. We don't ever want to worship anything or anyone like here in this world. So that is not, the best thing to do, but you can manifest money 100% because again, we use it as a tool. So let's say you want to invest in a business you're starting. Well, you need money. Manifest that money. Let's say you want to invest in taking a course, invest that money, manifest that money. There are people that have wanted to be in my classes that didn't have a ray of hope when it came to money. And I told them, I said, we're going to hold space and we're going to manifest that money. And guess what? They did. So you can do it and see it as a tool. Just don't worship money. You can manifest experiences as well. And the best way that you do that, let's say you're looking for a job. These are great questions. Let's say you're looking for a job. You want to manifest a job into your life, which is an opportunity, okay? All you do is you say to the universe, thank you so much for bringing me the perfect opportunity, the perfect job, the perfect career that aligns with me in the best way or for my highest good. You're giving gratitude for it already being there because it is. There is a timeline there where you're experiencing that perfect job, that perfect career, that perfect business. And so what you're doing is you're calling that to you. You're manifesting that opportunity to show up because you're opening yourself up to it. Does that make sense? But yes, you can manifest money, homes, cars, all that stuff. You can also manifest opportunities. If you want to bring in a love relationship, you can do that, but we're not doing it to one person. We're not saying that person has to love me. No, that means that there needs to be some really deep work within, the person trying to manifest that other person, right? But you can say, thank you so much for aligning me with the perfect partner that is for my highest good and I'm for their highest good. And you're just opening yourself up to receive. That's all manifesting really is. You're opening yourself up to receive and you're aligning to that frequency of that experience. Okay? What if the only thing you want is love? Well, there you go. I just went over that. So yeah. I'm glad y'all are liking these analogies. I really work on analogies because it allows you to visualize it, right? Because we need to see it play out in day-to-day stuff. All right, what is our spirit animal? Whoop. And like I was saying earlier, Stella, is when I don't know if you were on at the very beginning, but we were talking about Valentine's Day and not putting so much weight and expectations on Valentine's Day, right? Because it's just a corporate holiday. But if we want to bring love into our house or into our life, not our house, I mean, sure. We have to start loving ourselves. And we have to look at all the ways that we're not loving ourselves and change that around. Because when we love ourselves truly and authentically, then we radiate love and we open ourselves up for love to come in. Okay? Ooh, we got Hawk, Messenger. Says, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on your priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. There we go. And you might receive some sort of positive and uplifting or opportunistic message this weekend or the next few days. Excuse me. So I feel this energy really nice. And I feel like the only thing that you need to be aware of is how you subconsciously sabotage yourself in many different ways. Not just in relationships, not just in career, maybe for your health, maybe for your self-worth, all of that. All right. What else do we need to know over the next 3 days? We got surrender, number 26. Look at this, because this is card number 26 as well, the hostilities. And it's telling you to let go and surrender and open yourself up to whatever it is that you're wanting to experience, right? Surrender means to let go. Like, I'm no longer, especially with this 10 of Wands, I'm no longer going to hang on to these burdens. I'm no longer going to label myself as unworthy or not good enough or lack-minded, whatever labels you put on yourself. I'm letting that go. And I'm letting the universe, I'm opening up and surrendering to the universe and letting it show me who I am, letting it show me that the universe is abundant, infinitely abundant, letting the universe show me that I am love, that I am all these wonderful things, okay? So when we look at the hostilities card with surrender, this can indicate we're letting go of those negative patterns, those negative thought patterns that go on in the back of our mind. We're bringing light to them. We're understanding where they came from, why they're there, and then we're saying, you know what? It's time for you to leave. Listen to those precious birds singing. Stop talking about me like I'm not here. Oh, I love that. Can you hear my birds outside my window, Stephanie? Or are you talking about in general? What else do we need to know over the next few days? Mine? Oh, yeah. Listen, I sleep with this window open, and it's been so nice because the weather has been so nice lately that when I wake up in the morning, the sun is shining through and I can hear the birds, and I'm just like, oh, this is great. It makes me so happy. Did you know, if you're new here, did you know that listening to a few seconds of birds chirping gives you 8 hours of dopamine? Look it up. Right, as you first said, oh, the messenger card, they started singing. That's awesome. They know. What else do we need to know over the next few days? Ooh, look at that. B spirit, prosperity. It's number 5, shifting and changing. I'm telling you, if you take this seriously, if you take this message seriously, and you are doing the work, you will, I do feel it. You're going to get a very positive message over the next few days. Okay? An opportunity, hearing from somebody that you haven't heard from, that you want to hear from, maybe some sort of raise or what's it called? Promotion. Gosh, something positive. I really do feel that. Okay. And I don't normally say that. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass and be all love and light and only positivity. As you've seen, we've talked about a lot here. But bee spirit, bees create honey. Honey in symbology is about abundance and prosperity. I had a dream many, many years ago where I was in this white room that looked like a massive cafeteria. And there was a lot of people in there eating, and they had rolls, I think it was some sort of bread or whatever. And on the back wall of this massive white room cafeteria was, there were shelves of just jars of honey. And I was concerned in the dream because I was like, we need to make sure everybody has honey. And I'm pulling the jars off the shelves and I'm giving it to people. I'm like, everybody needs to have this honey. And I'll never forget that dream because it was so real. And I looked up the symbology and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Because I'm here to wake you up to your power. I'm here to help guide you so you experience your own prosperity. So you experience your own sweetness of life. And that was what my subconscious was showing me, is that's my job, is to give you your jar of honey. So I like that. You bought more honey yesterday? Love it. Your dreams are so vivid always. Same. I'll tell you one that I had last night was crazy. I've been having really vivid dreams the last week or so, you know, planetary movements, it happens to me. But last night I was visiting somewhere, I guess maybe out of town or something, and I was on a boat, and there was some crazy sea life that I could see. I could see through the water, some crazy sea life, and I was like, wow. And I could see like mermaid-looking people swimming underneath the water and all kinds of stuff. And there was somebody that, this was so random, somebody I went to like elementary and junior high and high school with. They were there, and the boat turned and this person fell overboard, and then the boat was like still trying to like turn and go fast, and I'm like, no. I was like, there's somebody overboard. And little old me pulled this guy up, you know, and pulled him back up over the shore, dislocated his shoulder. His arm was just like hanging there, and I was like, dislocated his shoulder. But I mean, his life was saved. And I was like, my themes in my dreams, I'm always like trying to have like to rescue somebody. Somebody's giving me their baby, water, all kinds of things. My dreams are crazy, but that was one that I had last night. I was like, well, all right then. Let's get our money message. I've been having very vivid dreams the past 2 nights. One was about gators. You know what? I saw a crocodile, and that's what caught my eye in the water first. Oh, hang on. I got to verify myself. It's already been an hour? Wow. Whoops. I didn't do it right. But yeah, that's what caught my eye first, was like, holy cow, look at that massive crocodile. And then I started noticing everything underneath the water. So crazy. I'm always trying to organize chaos and get people or animals to safety. Yeah, same. Yeah. That, or I'm in a place where there is poltergeist activity. I'm like, what's that about? But I'm not ever scared, even though some of it's kind of like crazy. I'm not ever scared. I'm just like, like one time I had a dream where I was in my room and I felt something coming behind me, and I turned around and I was like, no, or like, stop. And I kind of pushed back against that energy. And I was like, yeah, weird. All right. So our money message, you saw it kind of flop over, is business. So it says there's 3 ways to resonate with this card. Okay. Number 1, Do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You've got this. Let me tell you, the way things are going, it's going to be very ideal for you to have your own thing. I tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, don't focus on getting a job, focus on creating yours, okay? Because then the sky is the limit. Yeah, you're going to work your ass off, but the sky is the limit. And listen, if you are a practitioner, if you read tarot, if you do coaching, if you do energy work like Reiki or shamanic work, doesn't matter. If you do any type of spiritual business and you feel like you haven't been able to get it off the ground, go take my assessment. It takes 2 minutes to see if you're the right fit for the spiritual CEO immersion, okay? That's where I'm gonna take you by the hand and we're gonna go from the inside out to transform your business, to get you that solid foundation, to set up your ideal clients, to set up systems and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to walk you through it for 6 months, okay? So you can set yourself up for success to become a 6-figure spiritual business, so that way you're financially supported to be able to do your work and you're not burning yourself out, okay? All right, number 2, consider executive positions, becoming CEO, there you go, spiritual CEO immersion, or anything in the corporate world. Number 3, elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. I've told somebody all this before. Such a ridiculous thing that I did when I was a teenager. I was applying for jobs and I swear I had no idea what a CEO was, but I was seeing all these openings for CEO positions and they described them and I was like, I could do that. And that's my life path 1, Aries rising showing up, right? Like I could totally lead, I could do that. And so I would apply, no major experience at all, but I was like, I could be CEO. I always knew that I was gonna own my own business or be in charge, and just instinctively, right? And so yeah, my little teenage self applying to be a CEO. And then now look, I have my own business, I am my own CEO, and I'm teaching other businesses or people or practitioners to be their own CEO. Full circle. You have to be a little ridiculous sometimes. You have to go for the gusto. All right. What else do we need to know? Look at that, main female. And we got the Empress card for Monday. Number 2, balance. Like we have temperance here, okay? Balance, receptivity, expect to receive. Main female, like I said in the reading, stop and smell the roses. She's holding the rose, right? Do something nice for yourself this weekend. Do something sweet for yourself, but also expect something sweet to come in. I wholeheartedly believe it, okay? All right, let's get our crystal and then we'll get our spicy decks out and see what those messages are. This is going to be your crystal for Saturday through Monday. Where's our crystal for Saturday through Monday? Hematite. I'll read this to you, obviously. Grounding, balance, mental enhancement. See, the cards know. Hematite anchors you in strength and stability, grounding your energy and protecting you from negativity. There's those hostilities, right? Trust in its solid presence to bring balance and courage as you navigate life's challenges with confidence. There you go. Okay. This deck is called Crystal Realm Oracles. You cannot find this on the Zon or anything like that, but you can find it linked in my bio, TikTok, and YouTube. It is linked down in the description. My student, Denise, right here at Drazak Den, she created this, And it's a beautiful deck. And I'm telling you, the first time I used it, instant connect. Okay? All right, now it's time for the spicy decks. So if you are easily offended, it's time for you to scroll away. But if not, stick around. You might get a good laugh. How do you know when a bracelet has done its work or it's done? It'll break. It'll break. All right. What is our message for the next few days? These cards kind of stick together. Let's see. What is our message for the next few days? It says he was frank. It says, make me one of everything. He was frank with me. I don't quite know what that means. This is a new deck. Make me one of everything. But what that makes me think of is the card telling you not to limit yourself, right? I mean, we talk about that all the time. I'm one of everything, sure. Like, what do you want? I want one of everything, thank you. I wouldn't particularly say that because that could mean one of positive and negative. Just say, I want everything that is for my highest good to show up to me at the perfect time. Bring it all. What if you decide to give it to someone you love and think they need it more? What are you referring to? Remind me what you're giving to someone you love. You talking about the crystal? Yeah, I did say that. I did say expect something sweet this weekend, so there you go. The bracelet. So if it was yours that you've been wearing, I don't recommend that unless you cleanse it. But it depends on the intention of why you're giving it. Are you giving it because you want to experience something through them? Like as far as trying to get somebody to love you, trying to get somebody to heal themselves and all that stuff? Or is it for love and support, giving it, genuinely? You can absolutely give crystal bracelets, yeah. I love desserts. Me too. Me too. All right. Here's another spicy deck. Like I said, if you get offended, scroll away. I don't want to hear it. Oh, we got you're being shady. Watch out. Shit could get ugly. That one popped out. So if you're being shady, if you're doing things for nefarious reasons, if you're in your bitterness energy, if you're jealous or envious, it's going to backfire on you. Let's get another one. I feel like that was a bit of a warning. All right. What is our message for the next few days? And you can even be being shady to yourself. Like, don't do that. It's not nice. Okay. Make better fucking choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So it's telling you, make better fucking choices. Otherwise, you're going to get the same that you've always gotten. And nobody can do it but you. You have to decide. You have to leap. You have to do all the things. A spiritual practitioner is a guide, okay? A spiritual practitioner cannot do the work for you. They can guide you through the work, but you have to do it for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be lost, okay? That's why I always say I teach people to fish. I don't hand them fish. You're going to have to learn and do the work yourself, just like my tarot apprenticeship that's in the tribe. I show you exactly how to read tarot, but you're going to have to be the one that practices. and that connects with other people to practice with. And there's so many people in the tribe that you can practice with, but you have to actually do the thing, right? Or if you're wanting to heal, I can guide you in that direction, give you the tools and hold space for you, but you have to actually do the thing. Okay? Makes sense with your situation? Good. I'm telling you, my cards will call out everything, even for myself. So don't feel bad. What's a bracelet of protection? Nice. That's beautiful. I like that. Yeah. You can absolutely give that to somebody for sure. Especially if you have, a child or a loved one that you feel needs it. Yeah. So, okay. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you back here Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will look at the energy of Tuesday through Friday. Okay. The days have shifted. That way I can put the reminders up for you. Okay. Make sure that you take my assessment. It is 2 minutes. It's going to guide you to your archetype and show you the next steps that are meant for you. Okay? If you have any questions or can't find it or whatever for some reason, then DM me. I'm happy to help you. Okay? So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday morning. Mwah. Love y'all. Bye.